Hello everyone and welcome to Division N Initiative N Wheels, where we will be discussing some roles and responsibilities taken up by the most overwhelming role in the executive committee of the club of Toastmasters Club, the president. The president is the backbone of a Toastmasters club. If he or she is not active, is not charismatic, and is not over enthusiastic about taking his club to greater heights, it is very much less possible to make a club achieve its goals and make the members more enthusiastic about achieving their goals also. So, let's have a panel discussion for the president of the Toastmasters Club in Division N. The first panelist today that we have is from TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club. This panelist is a former president of TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club. She's an HR enthusiast, a strategist, and also has interest in art, canvassing, and painting. She's an MBA student as of now and also a Toastmaster. Now, she's always ready to take the challenges which has made her do and achieve insurmountable success in her life. I would like to welcome Toastmaster Joel Bhattacharya as the first panelist.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata. Thanks a lot.
Moving on to our second panelist is the one who has taken numerous responsibilities in Toastmasters Club, has been president and also the area director of Division N of Area N1 in Division N. Toastmaster Yash, our second panelist, is the president of Gurukul Education Toastmasters Club. He has interest in football and lives by the motto, always expect the unexpected. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Yash from Gurukul Toastmasters Club.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata, for that wonderful introduction. Very much humbled to be a part of this panel today.
Thank you so much. We are too very much excited to have you. Our third panelist is the panelist who is a president of the SSIPMT Toastmasters Club. She is a CS computer science student in SSIPMT in third year. She has been VPPR twice. She also has a YouTube channel and is very much interested in photography and video editing. Please help me welcome the most charismatic Toastmaster Nirali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata. Thank you so much for that introduction.
Most pleased to have you, Toastmaster Nirali, our third panelist. Now, let us begin a panel discussion. President, I would now like to ask the first question to our first panelist, Toastmaster Joel. Toastmaster Joel, you have been a former president in TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club. Would you like to share some of the tips that you have, some of the rules that you go by for being a president?
Definitely, Toastmaster Sujata. So, I was president of TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club for the year 2018-19. So, when I took up this role, it was something very challenging as well as very big role because TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club was very new in that particular time. It was only around 1.5 years we have completed, that is for successful journey. And taking up that challenge was something very, you can say, opportunistic, and also as a team we did it. So some of the achievements as well as rules which I would like to focus more. First of all, the major motto which we followed was teamwork, that is the team building. And we always followed a resilient team building, that is we were always ready to face the contingent situations as well. The second thing which we followed was being empathetic and being a good listener, because it's always important to understand what all challenges the members are facing and then coming up to the objective. that was the year which was also the transition year, because we were moving to the pathways from the communication manual. So in that particular duration, it was very much challenging to introduce pathways to the members, because it was very new to the whole club. So to get 100% enrollment in pathways was also a very you can say esteemed achievement for the club. And also what we tried as a team was to align the individual objective along with the club's objective. So for the very first time, we became president distinguished in the year in the term period of 2018-19. That was the very first time we achieved the president distinguished. And also to ameliorate the team building engagement, because it's not only the professional team, it's all about how much engaged we are. So what we did was we also went for two conferences. That was, one was Orafest in Vizag, that was the division level conference, and another one was Eloquence. We went in a team of 20 members. So a huge crowd from Nagpur visited to Vizag as well as to Eloquence. I hope Toastmaster Sujata, you remember, because you were also part of Eloquence. So all these activities build a kind of belongingness towards the team. And secondly, all of us worked together towards a single goal. And in Eloquence, we won Golden Eagle Award, as well as three of the members, Toastmaster Aarti, Toastmaster Dipalika, and Toastmaster Ishan, won Golden Feather Award. So that year turned to be very much successful. Yeah, we had to face various challenges in between. So that I would be talking about in the further session when the questions would be raised on that. But definitely, it was a very successful year. And we always follow the motto, that is, we can, we will, and finally we did it. Over to you, Toastmaster Sujata.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dole. I totally agree with whatever you have said. You have been a fabulous president. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next panelist, Toastmaster Yash. I have a question for you. How has presidentialship helped you to become a better leader in Toastmasters?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata, for this wonderful question. So when I joined Toastmasters back in September 2018, it was precisely, I remember the date, it was 19th September 2018. Our club chartered on 9th September 2018. I became a member on 19th September. So when I joined the club, there was this, I visited Gurukul Education as it was my institute, I was studying there. So I saw that there is a cluster in the corner discussing something. I just went and like, what's going on there? So they said the charter treasurer who was supposed to be a treasurer has been, they got a job offer at some place and they are moving cities. So we are discussing whom to be a new treasurer. So I just said that I can be a treasurer. And I joined on 10th. I became treasurer on 19th. So in this span of 9 days, being a member, I came into the leadership front of the Toastmasters Club. And it was just random, like, you want to become treasurer? Yes, I would become a treasurer. And that was it. And then again and again, the curiosity built up, like what is all there in Toastmaster? What are the other leadership opportunities there? Then the next time I took up the role of vice president public relations in our club, because I intentionally took up that position because I wanted to interact with other clubs, and being the VPPR of the club, you are the point of contact from your club to every other club. I wanted to build my network. I wanted to communicate. So I became a VPPR of that club. And again, in the next time I said, what's next? So I became the president as well as the AD. So it was there for me, like I want to be at the leadership front of Toastmasters. Communication is a very much big part of Toastmasters, but the tagline always says where leaders are made. So I wanted to become a leader. I wanted to be a part of the leadership front of the Toastmasters. So it has, I'll say that Toastmasters helped me become a better leader as well as a good communicator. Being a president of the club, being the VPPR or the treasurer, these three positions has helped me a lot to become a better leader. So much so that in my business also, I'm communicating better with my fellow colleagues or fellow workers per se. And I came to know that how of a good leader or effective leader I am to other people apart from Toastmasters. We all know that we are in a Toastmasters meeting. He is the TMOD, they are something else, and G in a meeting, and there is a club executive body. So being a treasurer, being a leader outside of a Toastmasters, the things that I learned at Toastmaster applying in the outside world has really helped me a lot. So I would say that Toastmaster really, really helps you become a better leader as well as a better communicator. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yash. Wonderful answer. I'm totally enthralled with your journey in Toastmasters. Now, I would like to ask Toastmaster Nirali, what are some of the challenges that you have faced in your club as being an institutional club?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata, for that question. As soon as I joined, as soon as I got the role of president, the first challenge for me was to know my prior duties and what the club has been expecting from a president. So what I did is I made a conversation with the past president, every past president, and asked them what did you do and what did you expected from this club that I can fulfill from you all. So I did that, and the second thing that I did right after our term of being the EC, I had one-on-one conversation with every member. We have 29 members in our club, so I think that it was feasible for me to have the conversation with everyone, so that I know, like, to get an unofficial feedback and unofficial MOT with everyone. I wanted to know what their aim was when they joined the Toastmasters and whether they are able to fulfill that or not. That is one thing that I did that made me realize what the members of my club really want from the club, so that we can fulfill that. And that was my main motive, that each and every member should be able to get the most out of the Toastmasters platform. The second thing is that I wanted to make the meetings more creative, and I wanted people to want to attend that meeting. I wanted them to feel like it's a playing kind of a thing, where they don't have to be very conscious. They have to chill, they have to relax and learn at the same time. So I made sure that the meetings became more interesting and according to the interest of my members. And then after that, we were facing an issue with the membership since our seniors were passing out. So the major issue was that we were losing our members, and in a big number. And already our club has very few members. So we conducted a PR event on our own, and we made sure that new members that are coming to our college, the freshers, get to know about Toastmasters. We created a PowerPoint presentation of what this club has been, how we have came to this position that we are in right now. We showed them everything that when we went to TLTP to TCS Nagpur to Hyderabad, we showed them everything, and that made them want to join our club as soon as they can. So they were very enthusiastic for that. So that is how we overcame this problem of membership. So these were a few challenges that me and my EC, we made sure we overcome, and we are ready to face future challenges as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Toastmaster Nirali. That was very helpful, and I hope all the institutional clubs will take tips from you. Moving on, I would now like to ask Toastmaster Joel, how did you manage any conflict in your club, or any conflict which your club had with some other club?
Fortunately, our club didn't had any conflict with the other club, but yeah, inside the club there were few conflicts. Definitely, it is a part and parcel. There can be conflicts in between the ExCom members, or sometimes in between the members of the club and the ExCom. So for that, what we followed as a team was, we always believed in 3 C's, that is communicate, cooperate, and coordinate. So what we used to do is, whoever has the issue, we used to listen. Specifically, I used to listen to both the sides, and I used to understand what exactly the problem is, what is the situation, and then formulate what exactly the goal which has to be achieved. After doing that, then we had a ExCom meeting along with the member who is facing that issue, and then we come up to the agreement, or you can say come up to the solution, a kind of win-win solution, so that it should not be felt like it's only the excom who is taking up the decision, the members also feel certain kind of attachment in the decision making, as well as a kind of belongingness that they also have a say in the decision making. So that way we used to resolve the conflicts whatever we had. Over
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joel. That is a wonderful initiative and a good suggestion from your side. I would certainly ask other Toastmasters also to follow them. Now, we know we all are having some professional life and personal life, and it is difficult to balance it with Toastmasters for some of the people. So I would like to ask Toastmaster Yash how he balances his personal professional life along with Toastmasters, as he is having multiple responsibilities.
Thank you so much for this question, Toastmaster Sujata. So when I started my Toastmaster journey, I was just a student, and gradually I became a part of my family business with my dad, and doing my thing side by side. My side hustle also was going on. So what I did is that I made a vision board, you can say, a vision board in front of me, and planned all the things that I have to do in a day. For instance, if I want to give 1 hour to my speech writing, I'll book a slot in my calendar. 1 hour, this is speech writing only. Second is I want to go with my dad for some work. That particular time slot is reserved for that time only, that thing only. And then kept on going. That timetable kept going on, going on, going on, and eventually I learned how to manage time in my life, how to get things done on time, and how to make things easy for me. So when this position came to me, being the president and the editor, two of the big responsibilities any Toastmasters can have. So what I did is that I balanced it out in such a way that, see, my personal life with my family, my professional front and my business, and my Toastmasters, they will go hand in hand. They will not get jumbled up, or they don't get mixed into each other, or just, we can say, it blurred the line in between. So I kept a timetable, I made a schedule, I made thing that only this time is for family, this time is for profession, this time is for Toastmasters. And in that time I'll do that work only. Like, if for example is said, for example, if there is a meeting, for instance, this panel discussion was scheduled for 7th, so I made sure that at 7 till 8 only this thing is there on my schedule, nothing else, so that I can give my 100% to everything I do. So that's how I balance my Toastmasters life and all the other things. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash. I would now like to ask Toastmaster Nirali, like executive committee is the backbone of a Toastmasters club. And there are times when your executive committee is not up to the potential. So what if an executive committee member is not giving his full potential? How do you manage that?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata. It is a very useful question. Even I faced this challenge. When the very first month of our session, we were facing issue with the treasurer of our club. He said that he cannot give his time at all to the club, and we all know that treasurer is the role of treasurer is something that we need to have a lot of communication between each other for the money related matter. But then he had to leave his position, so we appointed a new girl, and nobody in our club knew a lot about the role. So we appointed a new girl for that, and I convinced her that whatever it is, we will make you understand everything. Just make sure that you are very good with taking responsibilities of finances. And then the first thing is that we have to understand that apart from our own role, we have to also work as a team. So if a particular member is not there, the other members should be able to back the role that is missing. My EC is like, in my EC, my VP education can back up for my VPPR, my VP membership can back up for the VPPR. So like this, I make sure that they know each other's work a little bit, so that whenever a member is not present, they can carry over apart from their own duties. That was one thing. And we have to understand that it's not just for our own duties, it's for the whole club. So if one issue is not getting resolved, it does not come to just one EC member, it comes to the whole 7 members. So that is one thing that we make sure that we take up each other's parts as well. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nirali, for the wonderful answer. Now, I would now like to ask Toastmaster Doyle, like you have been a president and you have led an executive committee. What initiatives have you taken on your side to make the executive committee more productive?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujata, for this mind-boggling question. That is something really, which is really good. So, for making executive team productive, the only principle what I had was that is passion, purpose, and practicality. Because it's always very important to drive that passion in the team to work for the club. Secondly, purpose should be very clear. Every excom member should know what exactly they have to do. Otherwise it would be a kind of lack of awareness, I mean distracted uh, from their duties. And next is practicality. So whatever ideas the team is coming up with, to support that there should be some certain kind of logic and practicality, that yes, this decision can be implemented. So the first step what we did was that creating the roadmap, that is the complete strategy plan. Seeing the DCP, we just framed out along with the VP, I mean Vice President Education. That time with me, Toastmaster Ishant was Vice President Education. So first of all, we just created a roadmap strategy, like what all members can achieve the particular targets as set by the DCP. Then we brought that particular strategy plan to the excom members and took their views on it, and even we got additional inputs like what all we can have. So in that particular way, we had very two successful event. That one was 50th meeting celebration, because TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club completed achievement, that is the milestone of 50 meetings. So that was something really a grand success, I would say. We had our own t-shirts, we had posters all around, we did a huge PR for that particular event, and it was a great success. The second membership drive which we conducted was Pecha Kucha. So even you might be aware of that event, where we invited presentations all over the TCS Nagpur, and even some of the other who were interested, even they were allowed to present their ideas and come up with a new solution. So Pecha Kucha was something which made a remarkable impact, and after that we got so many new members. So in XCOM, if you ask me, maintaining the team productivity, it's all about taking new challenges first of all. So we did two remarkable events which I have already mentioned, and the second thing which we followed is giving power to the excom member to keep their say. It's not always like whatever decision I am feeling right, it is the right one. So I played a role of transformative leader. I also gave them the power to keep their views on the table, and then we discussed that whether that whatever view was given is practical and can be implemented or not. Yeah, sometimes I had to take tough decision, but yes, most of the times we tried to have a win-win decision, so that both the mindsets are matched. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Doyle, for such a vibrant answer. I remember everything, whatever you have told, and it has all flashback in my mind. So moving on, I would now, we all know that elections are just at bay. Within few months, we'll be having club elections. And I know that I also stood up once and I was very much overwhelmed with the post of a president, and I could not ask and nominate myself for the post of the president. So for people like me who are overwhelmed with this heavy post, the role of a president, what are some of the tips you would like to give, some advices you would like to give to the people who would like to nominate themselves for the role of the president? Toastmaster Yash.
All right. Thank you, Sujata, for this question. So this question is the need of an hour because we are, as you said, approaching the election cycle really soon. So I would say that if the member wants to come into leadership, they can take any of the 7 leadership positions, starting off with Sergeant Arms till the president. But the thing that goes behind this position, the president position, is the dedication and the passion towards Toastmasters. So if a member wants to become a president, well and good. They are very happy because their team will be there to support you. Your immediate past president will be there to support you. Your members will be there to support you. If you believe in yourself that you are capable of being a leader, leading from the front, the whole club is behind you. They will help you, they will guide you. Your team members are there with you, your excom members are there with you. They will help you no matter what. So being a president, you are not alone. We, the club members and all the other members will always be there for you. To be a successful president, you have to first believe in yourself that I am who I am, and I will do this. When I applied for the post of the president, I nominated myself. I was just like, let's see what goes on, because there were 3 other members also in the run for the presidentship. I don't know what happened. The members, I would thank all the members first of all, because they believed in me, they voted me, and they chose me as their president. So if you want to be a president, show them what you can do. Being a leader, being active in meetings, being active in the fraternity, you can see the change in yourself as well. You can see that leadership development in you. Yeah, and you will one day say that yes, I am capable of being a president, leading from the front, and apply for the post. And let's see what happens. If you don't become president, no worries. There are other leadership positions as well. Apply for them. Don't what you can say, don't break your heart. But if you become a president, congratulations, buddy. You have gained the trust of your fellow members. So that's all I like to say. If you want to become a president, just go for it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully, I will also stand for president one day. I would now like to ask Toastmaster Nirali. So we have moved on to the online mode last year. So it was a tough task to do, especially when you are in an institute, you are in a college. So what are the challenges which you face and how you tackled them moving on to the online mode of meeting?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sujata. Actually, we are still facing challenges when it comes to the mode of because we are conducting online meet, but there are some members, new members, who say that they will only join when the meetings will start coming offline. So we cannot do much on that part, but we made sure that whatever online meet we are conducting it with full like the with the full, following the rules of everything. And in the beginning we didn't thought that it would be possible to have regular meeting like this, but we are thankful to our past EC. They made such a very good arrangement for us that we have been conducting regularly online meets in every week, once a week. So now the challenge is not for the members who are already comfortable with the online platform, but it is for those who are not comfortable with the screen. So we are trying to get them comfortable as well. That is the only thing. Otherwise, once everyone gets comfortable with it, then the meeting flow is very well maintained.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Nirali. Now, I have an optional question, and any of the panelists can answer that. So, what are some of the common roles and responsibilities for being a president, and how do you think it is difficult or easy to lead in a volunteering organization? So, anyone who'd like to answer? Yash, Doyle, or Nirali?
Then let's go with the flow, Noel.
Okay.
Thank you, Yash. So, common roles and responsibilities as a president is definitely the president represents the club. You can say in the division as well as in the district. So it's very important, like how he or she is driving the club along with the team of XCOM. So rules, if you ask me about the responsibilities, definitely keeping the quality of the meeting, maintaining the quality, it's very important. So even in our club, we believed on quality over quantity. It's not about just doing the number of meetings, it's all about how quality we are giving in each and every meeting by being something creative out of that. Then definitely listening to the members. I have already mentioned this point, like aligning the members what they want and how club can support them, so that way we can align the two goals, and finally we can achieve the club's accomplishment as well as the members personal achievement. Now coming up to the second question which you asked, how it is difficult or easy to lead the volunteering club. In my case, as it was the corporate club, so I didn't felt much difficulty. But yeah, when I was in Bangalore during my currently I'm pursuing my MBA, so because of COVID right now I'm in my hometown, but 2019 I was in Bangalore, so that time I was into community club. So there I can say a lot of difficulty exists, because different people from different areas, they come to the community club, and to match everyone's interest, it's a difficult task for the excom. As I was also the part, I was the associate president in Electronic City Toastmasters Club Bangalore. So there I could find that it is really difficult to understand the needs of the members, because every time you are having a new set of members joining in. So that difficulty I faced as the excom member. But coming up to the TCS Nagpur Toastmasters Club, it was not that much difficult to lead, because we had a common goal. As all of us were from the IT background, we understand each other very well. And the only challenge which we had was membership drive, to gain more members, because we know, like, corporate people, mostly they switch, or because of workload they can't manage their timeline. So these were the two challenges which we faced in corporate club. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joel. Thank you for such an enlightening answer. I hope in today's meeting, a lot of doubts were cleared, a lot of roles and responsibilities were like told about the president, like how a person who wants to become a president in a Toastmasters club can take a lot of tips, some practical tips from the current presidents, or from former presidents who have taken up the role and faced a lot of challenges and conflicts. So I believe we have learned a lot today, and I hope that like discussing about these questions, we all have gained some or the other tips from each other. So I would now like to acknowledge some of the presidents of Division N who have made Division N such a brightening star in the map of District 98. Such a young division, and already it has ahead of so many things and achieved so much. I would like to thank and acknowledge the president of Raisoni Institute Toastmasters Club, the Diamond Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Manisha. From TCS, we have Toastmaster Ishan. From Loyal Toastmasters Club, we have Toastmaster Prajakta. From Raisoni Institute, we have Manisha. From Gurukul, we have Toastmaster Yash. Infocept, we have Toastmaster Manish. And then from area entry, we have Nagpur Toastmasters Club, we have Toastmaster Ali Akbar. Brayo Toastmasters Club, we have Toastmaster Hitakshi. And from Persistent, we have Toastmaster Abhijit. Then moving on to YCC, the most recently formed club in Division N. YCCE verbalizes Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Parimal. Then from area N4, we have Pravakta Toastmasters Club. And then SSIPMT Spellbinder, we have Toastmaster Nirali and Rumta Toastmasters Club. I would like to thank the presidents of all the clubs of Division N. There are a total of 15, I guess. So I wish all the best, and I hope we all have learned a lot. I would now like to mark the panel discussion over.